Mic's on, that's on. Okay. Actually, that looks good. Oh, the battery's showing up though. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doop. Oh, no. No, we don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doop. Oh, there we go. What a pain. Okay. Hello everyone. Paint by Nate here. I think I'm just streaming to myself. So it's going to be, I don't know, 7 in the morning there in the US, so people are probably sleeping. So I'm just doing the paint along from last night that Nick Hankins was doing. I was sleeping, so I didn't get to see it, but he's doing Under Pastel Skies. It's Bob Ross episode 28. I'm not sure the exact number, but I have mostly the same colors. I guess I'll just point to them real quick. So we have Van Dyke Brown, Dark Sienna, there's Burnt Sienna. This is Steel Blue, but it's like Midnight Black kind of. Sap Green, Prussian Blue, Alizarin Crimson, Titanium White. This is half titanium white, half clear gel. And let me double check the sound here again. I don't know if it's on. I think it's good though. I believe the sound is good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then we've got also Bright Red, Cad Yellow Light, Indian Yellow, Yellow Ochre. And these are a mix of brands because I can't get the Bob Ross paints here yet. Still working on that. Maybe we'll have them sometime in March because they're kind of expensive. So let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to do, again, Pastel Skies. It's a Bob Ross episode, but it's got a little Nick Hankins flair to it. So let's get started. I believe there's some Cad Yellow Light here up along the horizon. So we're going to put the horizon right in here. There'll be a few mountain ranges and things like that. Okay. And I use lots of paper towels, as you know. On the smaller canvas, I don't have to use as many paper towels because my brushes aren't as big. So we're going to go into Indian Yellow. And this one, for whatever reason, is very, very thick. Yeah, these are the Sennelier paints that I was using in the last one. They're kind of hit or miss. They're like, some of them are very thick, some of them are not very thick. It just makes it kind of tricky to paint with when they're like this, because like you can see some are dripping and some are like super solid. So I won't be using these again. I actually have my usual Blue Ridge oil paints that I brought with me, so I could probably use those at some point. All right, this is just Alizarin Crimson. I'm gonna use this. Make sure we tap. This is actually one of the paintings you do if you're going to or I think I did this at the Bob Ross certification classes. I don't think I told you all that, but I signed up for to be a Bob Ross certified instructor. I'm 2/3 of the way through it. I would have been all the way through, but I met my girlfriend and derailed things a little bit, so I had to skip out on the last week of the class. But it's 3 weeks total, so I did 2 out of the 3. But it's really fun though. If you have a chance to do it, I would recommend it. If you have questions on how it works, you can ask me. It's a pretty simple process. You just, the first week you kind of are just painting through different Bob Ross episodes. And then if I think you're decent, they'll invite you back to 2 and 3. 2 is there's kind of more Bob Ross paintings. I'm grabbing some Prussian Blue here. I don't have Phthalo Blue, but normally I would use that. 2 is a little more intense. They do more advanced stuff that you learn. And then The third one, I think you mostly just learn about teaching, just how to teach people. So, I only got through 2 though, so I know some of the teaching stuff, but I don't know all of it. But I'm going to probably do that in December. It's at the beach, which is really nice. The beaches in Florida, I mean, Florida's a hit or miss, but I'm just going to blend out the edges here where the yellow and the crimson meet. I have hairs all over it because this brush is very, very old. So if you see the tiny brush hairs all over, that's why. I'll just blend in there. I hope there's not any green up here. I feel like there might be green, which is not what I want. Let me get out my handy colorblind app. Let's see. Colorblind. Colorblind. Where do I put that app? Oh, it's up here. Colorblind Pal. Let's see what we got. It says it's orange, I guess. Dull orange. Okay, maybe we didn't do as bad as I thought we did. It's hard for me to tell you at all. I mean, it's frustrating to just not be able to see colors the same way people would see them. So I always think I'm doing something wrong. Even when I'm not. Oh well. Okay. I'm going to take some more crimson here. Crimson and blue. Make sure you tap. I don't think I actually talk about the technique that much anymore, but you tap the brush. That way the paint gets evenly distributed. If you just go in here and take a glob, you'll have a glob on the corner. But if you tap it, then it gets smushed around and it's evenly distributed. So let's make a cloud. I don't know. Let's put one like, I'm just going to put in a little jiggly cloud up there. And I'll do the same way on the left, maybe up in here. Especially up on the corners. Maybe in the top right as well. I wish I had a bigger palette too. It's annoying having a little tiny palette. I'm used to my big, that giant wooden one that I always use, you know. That one was awesome. I might be able to bring that one next time I travel, but it's very expensive to have stuff shipped here. Like, I don't recommend doing that often. If you move abroad, pack as much as you can in your suitcase when you go. All right, let's see. Why does it say this? Okay. For some reason my live stream on preview is like way behind. I don't know why. Alright, let's add in, how do I usually do this? I normally do a little sun, so I'm going to put a little sun in here. And this might get covered up by the clouds, but this is a filbert, just a regular filbert brush here. I'm going to put this in over here, like right where the brightest yellow is. Stick it in straight. Spin it like that. It's a little oblong. I don't like that much. There we go. That's a little better. A little bit better. Oh, I paused my stream. That's why. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a little bit better. I made a little sun. I think there's a mountain in Nix that's a little bit different in the actual Bob Ross, but we're just going to do a regular mountain mixture here of crimson and purple, or crimson, Prussian blue. very dark blue. You can also throw in some sap green if you want. That's a good mountain color. But let's just start with these. I have that big glob, but it don't matter too much for this because we're just making simple mountains today. So we go up, mountain 1, mountain 2, scrape. I'll just come down here, like so. Pull this down. Oh, I probably want some water in here too, don't we? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll add one little peak here. He's just sticking up a little bit. And the right side, maybe he comes up a little bit down there. There you go. Easy peasy. All right, now let's do the old jiggle and pull. Goes like so. And this is very tricky with the camera here. I'll try and do it with this hand. Move the palette so I don't get it all over my pants. All right, the jiggle and pull. Why do we call it jiggle and pull? So you stick your brush here, give it a little jiggle, kind of sets it in, and then we pull. Do the same thing here, give it a little jiggle, and then pull. We could do that on this one, just because it's already there, jiggle and pull. Grab this one up here, a little jiggle and pull. And then this side, we'll just drag it this way. Same thing back here, jiggle and pull. And come back a little this way. There we go. And then the rest of this, I think I'm just going to pull in some water from this side. I don't know if I mentioned, but I put not liquid white. I do the clear gel and clear gel and white as a base, and it's already dried out. I mean, the canvas panels, they don't last too long, so you only get a little bit of time there to play with it. Across, blend it out a little bit. Cool, easy peasy. Now everyone knows what the next step is. I gotta highlight the mountains. Gotta highlight the mountains, otherwise they don't look as nice. And it's very, very tricky with this paint because normally the white is very thick. So it's a very thick white paint. But this one, very thin, very sticky, not good. But, you know, we make do. We make do with what we got. And I make it work. So, I'll start with the little peak just in case I mess it up. Should stick to it because the paint is so sticky, but we'll see. See how sticky that is? It's just like a big glob of paint there. Looks a little bare down there at the bottom. I'm actually going to wipe my brush over here. I kind of want to go over this because it'll be, I feel like this part shouldn't be as bright. I'll make it a little colder. Because it's right next to the sun, but it's kind of in front of the mountain, so it shouldn't be as lit. Yeah. But, okay. That's a little bit better roll of paint here. I'm going to drop that on this side of this mountain. There you go. Now this is the moment of truth. This is the big mountain. Do the big mountain. You gotta be precision. Just aim for the peak. Oh, see, I missed it. I went above by like 2 meters. Not 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Using the metric terms now. Oof. But nobody will notice. Nobody will notice. Nobody cares. Worst case, I'll show you what you could do when you do that. very gently. Kind of pull around there. Don't grab the top, otherwise you're going to end up with a smokestack. Big old smokestack. We don't want no smokestacks. Okay. Alright. Now let's grab some more white. I'm going to do this peak over here. And I'm using a little tiny Bob Ross number 5 palette knife, so it's not the full size one. Oh, look at that one. That's a good highlight. It's a little hard with this this thing here, but it's not too bad. Okay, and then I'll add some more. I'll just add this to the blue over here, because there's a lot of blue. Just going to add this white to it. You can't see that. There you go. We'll just pull this down here. Do the same thing up there. Let's pull some of this down in here and over here, and then I'll also take that shadow color and pull this back here, but that one's not as important, I don't think. Okay. So we did that. What's next on this one? I think it's just trees and shrubs and things. Yeah, we got some land over here, big trees, and then smaller ones. Let's do the small ones. I'm not exactly sure what color this is going to be, but we'll try and figure it out here. Let's see. Maybe we add some sap green to this color. Well, that's very thick, see? See what I mean? Some of it's very thick, some of it's very thin. No consistency, that's not what you want. I'm adding this green to that lavender color I'd made. Maybe a little white here, just so I could see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Needs to be like a darkish green color here. Now I'm just gonna smash this in. And I didn't tap out the bottom of the mountain. I didn't really feel like doing that, but you can do that if you want. Nothing wrong with tapping the bottom of the mountain. And then grab some more. Smush it on the bottom. Now pushing the other way, because I'm going to pull these down as reflections here in a second. I'll use my big brush for that. I think this will work. Oh yes, much better. I'm also arching, it's going this way a little bit, just gives a little bit of distance in there. Alright, so I pulled it once. Oh, I got paint all over my camera there. Oops. This way, straight as we can. If you got shaky hands, that's okay. There you go. All right, now we got to cut in a little bit of a waterline here. Let's see if I can do that. Something right about this way. Much easier to cut in water lines on a canvas board because it actually cuts into the canvas board. So it's like you can actually hear it going cutting right into it. So straighten that one out a little bit. I think that's it for that, honestly. Not much. This is one of the simpler ones that you'll do if you do the Bob Ross class. the actual certification. Okay, so I think now all that's left is we're doing the side here with the trees. Let's do the trees first. I think those are more important. So I'm going to take this color and a lot of the sap green. It's basically as much sap green as you can get, because these are trees, so they got to be green. Lots of green. All right, let's do one big one. Bravery test. Here we go. Right here. And I'll do these tapping down sidewards, like this. He's a little crooked, but that's okay. Maybe I'll add another friend to fix this, a little crooked side over here. Maybe he's leaning over a little bit. He's tired. He had a long day. There you go. And give him a tinier friend over here, just right here. Little friend. Little tiny tree friend here. And then let's just let's see what else. We want one. Nah, we won't worry about that one. I don't have as much canvas space I think as Nick had when he was doing the stream, because mine's a very small. I'm gonna add some of this. This is it's called steel blue. Down here. Oh yeah. He had a lot more canvas space. He's using the 18 by 24 inch canvas. You know, those big old canvases. This is a tiny. It's in centimeters. It's I believe 24 by 30, so it's not that big. I mean, it's like a 10 by 12 probably. And I'm just punching with the fan brush here, just like so. Some spots I'll make a little bush shape here and there. And that's where I'm going to aim with the other one here in a second. I could put in the cabin, but this is a real live stream. This is one of the members ones that I do those because I don't want people to, I don't want people getting notified at 7 a.m. when I'm doing something. Like, I don't want people getting woke up from a stream. So I just do them this way so I can just not wake people up, not disturb anyone. So, all right, so there's our trees, there's our bushes. I think we need to highlight the trees, highlight the bushes, and then do a path. That's the last three things. So how do we do that? So for the trees, tree highlights, I'm going to grab this cad yellow light. I'm going to mix that as well as I can in the dirty brush, so it gets kind of greenish. And I'm going to add some actual sap green to that. And I'm going to add this thin down white. Could add some clear gel, but this is very oily. I had to spread it out because it was so oily. So now we're just going to tap along here. Something like that. I'll do the same on this one. And I flip the brush over just so I get a new coat of paint on there. Not a new coat of paint, but a new corner. Each corner, because the way I'm pressing it, I'm pushing it in like this. Like almost. This point side goes in first. And when you do that, you use up all the paint on that corner. And that leaves you with one other corner. You flip it around, makes it a little fresher. See? Just like that. There we go. All right. Now let's do these last bushes here. So I'm going to grab lots of Indian yellow, lots of yellow, lots of the yellows. Let's just grab all the yellows. Tap in everything. Something like that. And you already have a preview of what it's going to look like because there's so much paint there. All right. Let's see. Let's go in here. Something right there. One there, another one there. Let's add one here. We're just adding in these colorful little doers here. Duders. paying attention to where that path's going to be, you know. There we go. Something like that. Then I'm just going to use the same dirty brush because the yellows are weak. These are very weak yellows. So I'm going to mix the cad yellow, not cad, sienna and brown. Notice how oily they are. You can see the shine on it. That's just no good. So, all right, we're going to cut right in here. This brown. You're not probably going to be able to see it yet because it's not highlighted. Or maybe you can, I'm not sure. I don't know. You don't want to judge, you know. And then we're going to grab this white. Like it's, we want those streaks on it. And then the way I do these, and you can do these anyway, you can do it like this, you can do it like that. I like doing it sideways, just holding the brush sideways, and then you kind of pull in a hoop. You gotta make the sound effects or it don't work. Just like that. And then we go back into our yellow brush, smack it around, and then we just touch up the sides here. Put some there. Some there, some there. Just like that. I mean, we're basically done. And then if you want, you can always do the old scraping some sticks and twigs, that type of thing. So I'll do that here. Some there, some here. And I didn't cut in any big old trees, but you can do that too, if you want. Some people stopping by and watching. That's okay. There we go. All right. So I think we're done with this. I'll give it the old signature and we can call it a day. So this is just bright red. And it's the oily paint, so you won't be able to see it much anyway. There we go. All right, that's the painting. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you all hopefully live maybe tomorrow afternoon. Here it would be 7 p.m., so there would be about 12 if we can do that. We'll see though. Happy painting.